Hello everybody and welcome back to definitely not late at all weeks 15 through 16 predictions review, and yeah, maybe midway through Saturday in week 17, but here's week 15. Rams, I mean, this was a football game if you want to describe it as that, but I guess Rams are doing well in playoff positioning as they beat a division opponent, and Niners are eliminated now, so that's tough luck for them. Okay, wasn't this like Saturday or something? Saturday games are just not, they're a weird one. They're a weird one. But, Chiefs won again. It was a more convincing one, but it was the Cleveland Browns, so whatever. I did pick the Panthers to beat the Cowboys, but, unfortunately, Panthers couldn't get it done, so Cowboys are eliminated, and it's fun to see Cooper Rush doing well as they can't do anything, so yeah. Tough luck for the Panthers. Although I don't think they really care at this point. I actually picked the Jets to win a football game, and they did it. They went out and did it. Devontae Adams, crazy game. Vintage Rodgers-Adams moment. That was very fun, honestly, to get away from all of the horrible, horrible play in New Jersey and just get a fun game. Of course, it was against a very bad Jaguars team, but a win's a win, okay? Ooh, Commanders, very close one. Honestly, you should have lost. You should have frickin' lost. Spencer Rattler, if that was Derek Carr, I don't know, it probably was the same result, but who knows. Spencer Rattler unfortunately sold on the last play of the game to not get the 2-point conversion. So the Commanders won, which sucks a lot, but what are you gonna do? Unfortunate. Super Bowl rematch, I guess, and yeah, good team beat bad team. Good team beat bad team, but both teams are worse teams, except for Giants were the worst team, so I guess that's... yeah, okay, whatever. Bengals beat Titans? Sure. This was a weird one, I'd say, I guess. Pretty sure it was mainly not a close game, but Dolphins had a chance at the end there, but unfortunately they couldn't get it done. Did pick the Dolphins, but... amidst the playoff race, these were two teams that were fighting for a playoff spot, and the Broncos I shouldn't say handily, it was very close, and the Colts had a chance until, what was it, pick 6, right? I think so, something like that, where it just got out of hand after that, but, yeah, Broncos surprisingly a good football team with Bo Nix. Okay, then. Go Birds, this was one of the best victories this, season for the Birds, as, oh my god, Steelers had the ball for like a play and a bit, maybe in the fourth quarter, and we had it for 10 minutes and 30 seconds, and all the way through 0-0s. Wow, dominant. Love to see it. Go Birds. Okay, yeah. Cardinals beat a terrible. Well, I wouldn't say terrible Patriots team, but Cardinals are a better team than the Patriots, and they beat them, so that makes sense. Boy, do I hate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. I don't really understand how this happened, but the Chargers somehow lost them, and it was a big loss, which is unfortunate, but Chargers are getting back on track, so I guess that's cool. Oh, man, what a good game. Bunch of records broken. Jared Goff had an insane game and lost. 48-42, 90 points. What the hell? I mean, wild stuff going on here. Great game, Josh Allen. At this point, very much solidifying a very strong case for MVP. Of course, Lamar is right there, and others as well, like Barkley. But yeah, big, fun game. Very fun game. Big for the Bills, though. So, yeah. It may be one of the ugliest games of all time in terms of uniforms. The Packers beat the Seahawks. Yeah, just a good team against a not-so-good team. I'm sorry to anyone that had to be in attendance and pay money to watch that disgusting uniform. Seahawks. Just get rid of those horrid green ones. They're awful. They're so disgusting. And the Packers, you didn't have to add on the all white. That made it worse, but whatever. Jesus, that was horrible. Double header on Monday Night Football. Why does the NFL do this? I don't know. But the Vikings won, and they're 12-2 with Samuel Darnold. All right, that is interesting. Okay then. The Falcons gave the Raiders a golden opportunity to win this game, but luckily for Falcons fans' mental health, did not happen. But it was after this game that big old Kirko got benched. So yeah, I guess we'll get to Michael Penix's first game in a second. This was a fun one, I guess. The Chargers, yeah, that was a fun one. Good win though, to get ahead of the Broncos in the division. Very important there, as yeah, just solid, good. Chargers, they're pretty good for the first time, and I mean, good, not as in Chargers good, where they're Chargers, but this is like a good football team. This is not the normal old Los Angeles Chargers anymore. All right, this is the Harbaugh Chargers, brand new thing. I guess this was a fun one. Chiefs 14-1. What the hell? Okay, that's fun, I guess. It was a close one, as most Chiefs games are, and of course, all of the teams that have not scored 30 points this year are fighting for the number 1 overall pick or the best record in the NFL, so that makes sense. But Chiefs, just a very solid, good football team that has, I'll say it for the first time in Mahomes' career, a little bit of luck. Yeah, just kind of domination all around. Okay. 19-9. It's gotta. I gotta check the scoregami real quick. Was that 19-9? 16 times that's happened. Holy cow. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, Jets are back to their losing ways, as all Jets teams have ever been. So, I guess good win, Rams. I mean, it wasn't a good win, but it was a win. Win's a win. Close game. Colts, a little concerning that you're playing the Titans by 8 points. That's not great, but Colts, I guess, still technically have a chance at the playoffs. They're not going to make it, but it's fun to give them hope, so that's cool. Titans are terrible. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on this game, and I guess I'll just kind of give it to you now. The Eagles, of course, forced 5 turnovers, and we lost to a rookie quarterback, but, yeah. So, obviously, the biggest thing, Jalen Hurts got hurt. He will not be playing the Cowgirls on Sunday in the Kelly Green, which, it sucks, but given that there was a chance for him to play the Cowgirls, very, very happy, honestly, that he's not, because that could have been a lot worse for, I would rather take Kenny Pickett after a week of preparation over a hurt Jalen Hurts. Because Kenny Pickett, he was fine, but the offense was not the Philadelphia Eagles offense of 2024 without Jalen Hurts. I mean, I honestly think that Jalen is more important to this team than Saquon Barkley is. Because we only have 3 downs. We're not going to be tush-pushing. I mean, maybe we will against the Cowboys, but it's really not. It's not the 92% that it always has been. It's just not that anymore. And it's obviously also means that they're going to be targeting Saquon Barkley. And they held Saquon Barkley. Cowboys, one of the only teams this year that held Saquon Barkley to a lot. So it's going to be on Kenny Pickett, I think. And of course, a battered Cowboys defense. It's going to be interesting. I still think we easily get the win. There, that's my prediction. But, of course, this was absolutely heartbreaking. But, listen, I will take, with an injured team, Commanders playing, well, I guess on one play where they hurt A.J. Brown, and the refs didn't call it, even though hip drop tackle is a penalty now, even though it's never been called. And I think that I'll take this loss because, as Dan Campbell said not a week ago, that when you start winning a lot, you start winning a lot in a row, you feel undefeatable. You don't feel like you can lose. And for a football team, it's important to lose. We're not here if we don't have last season, I don't think. We're not here without losing the Super Bowl. We're not here without any of that. So, and I don't... it would be very interesting to see if Kenny Pickett was able to, win against the Commanders. But I think it's important for the whole team to realize that we can lose after going on a 10-game win streak. I think, longest in franchise history. It's important to come back down to earth. And, of course, we were very hurt. We were very hurt after that. But I have full faith in Kenny Pickett. I mean, I never thought I was going to say that when we traded for him earlier this offseason, but I have full faith in him. And I'm not worried about the next 2 weeks in any way. Of course, Cowboys going to be a little bit more difficult than the Giants, but yeah, there's my rant. And I am terrified for what Jane Daniels is going to do in the future. And just hoping that at least for next year that he falls off the earth like CJ Stroud has this year. Well, for what CJ Stroud did last season, he felt like he fell off the earth. But, yeah. Go Birds. Okay, good job, Bengals. You still have a chance at the playoffs, so cool, I guess. Good job. Hey, Michael Penix. Michael Penix. Oh, Jesus Christ. Michael Penix got a good win against probably the worst team this year, and one of the worst teams in the last few years. So I guess that's a good way to get him going. And right now, Falcons are in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. Right? Oh, I think so. Yeah, no, they are. So, hoping for a Buccaneers couple losses or a Falcons win or two. You know, that'd be cool. Definitely want the Falcons in over the Buccaneers. So, you know what? It's fun to see the Lions having this much fun and winning a lot. But of course, as an Eagles fan, the current projection of this playoffs has the Eagles and the Lions just going straight into each other in a matchup in the NFC Championship game, which I would love. That'd be freaking awesome. But it's terrifying because the Lions are a great team. And obviously, you have to be playing good teams in the playoffs. But yeah, I am scared for the Lions because the last time we played them, we destroyed them. It was week 1 of 2022 when we went to the Super Bowl that year. But it's going to be a very interesting game if that happens, and I think it probably will. But yeah, good job, Lions. They are going to be good for a while. I picked the Panthers to lose, but it was a great win. Panthers getting on track, and the fans, I think, never has a fan base been this happy about a 4-11 team. I mean, Canales, he's been good in the latter half of the season. Bryce Young, he's been great in the latter half of the season. And Chuba Hubbard, he's one of the best ones, but he is on, I think, IR now, so that sucks for them. But Cardinals, I think, yeah, playoff chances pretty much ruined after this game, but it was a fun game, though. So yeah, so the Lions having their greatest season in franchise history are the same record as the Vikings on a rebuild with Sam Darnold. I don't even get football. Yeah, that's my explanation for how this game. Bills, you played a little too close for the Patriots, but you squeaked it out, and you're 12-3 now, so good job. The Tank Bowl, and I predicted correctly which team would try to lose harder, and it was the Jacksonville Jaguars, so Raiders got a pity win and are lowering themselves down the draft board, which Max Crosby, just get out of there, dude. I know how much you want to stay there, but get the hell out of there. Yeah, picks the Dolphins over the Niners, and it was a solid win. I guess Niners are just hurt. Don't know what else to say. The 6-9 team was last in the Super Bowl. What the hell? Very odd thing, and yeah, good win Dolphins. I think they still have a chance at the playoffs. They may be eliminated, but I don't know. They're right there. They could make it to 9-8. So who knows? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys in prime time, dude. I did not watch a single second. I was just too disgusted that the NFL made this prime time. But at the end of the day, I was absolutely laughing my ass off that Cooper Rush is now winning football games. Of course, he will hopefully lose to the Eagles next week, but he is winning football games better than Dak Prescott. Okay, Dak is hurt, but it's just a funny thing for me to say as an Eagles fan, okay? It's hilarious. Oh, my goodness, Packers. 34-0? against a team that should have beat, like, the Commanders? What? I know it's Spencer Rattler, but my goodness, Packers. Jesus Christ. Good job. Packers are firmly one of the better teams in the NFC, so. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm sure in a couple days I will have Week 17 up and ready to go. So thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and I will see you next time.